Let's get some words in today. You know, the word thing. A couple of different things I'm working on right now. It is a replay. No, Friday I was wearing a different black shirt, I believe. I just changed into this black shirt, so I know it's not the same black shirt. Because I haven't washed the black shirt I might have been wearing the other day. It could be. I'm gonna be honest with you. It could be the same hat. Could be. You know, you don't know. You don't. Nobody really knows what's happening when it comes to hats. I do look like Steve Jobs, but thank you. The actor who plays Steve Jobs on the Somebody Who Built America, or the actual real guy. You remind me of Stephen Hawking for many other different reasons. Well, my stomach is making some freaking noises. Oh, it's the black. Yeah, I get it. Ooh, I went to the bathroom right before, but I think I'm going to be going again, and very soon. Another exciting episode of me going to the bathroom. Monday movement, yep. Pretty much so. A few people watched my YouTube live after the fact. I had 3 people that watched it live, and then 6 more people watched it afterwards, which is good, right? I guess that's good. So that's like 8,345 people. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how math works. nice. One plus one probably equals something. Maybe. Who cares, right? Ooh. I had Elio's pizza again. 9 slices, supposedly. It's just like 3 big slabs, and then you like cut it in thirds because there's no real. Like I couldn't. I looked on the bottom on the. I'm like, there's no lines on this. It shows on the box. It shows them in thirds, but there's really no. I put 3 of them on the baking sheet, cooked them 14 minutes. I always do an extra minute, 15 minutes. And then I just took the pizza cutter and just cut it. Better, even better this time than I remembered from the last time. Yeah, I'm like, I don't see a line at all. And I was like, oh, maybe it's on the bottom. So I pick up from the bottom, and I'm like, no, there's not on the bottom either. But it clearly says 9 slices. And in the picture on the box, you can see there are lines. In the back, in the directions. The directions, it basically says, oh, just snap them, After they're cooked, no. I guess they just can't afford that dotted line anymore. Still delicious, though. I cut them in thirds. The lifeless ones were like when my parents totally cheated out, and bought ShopRite brand Helios. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those. I remember the Pathmark ones. My parents would always go to Pathmark. ShopRite was way too expensive. Snap, are we talking about Slim Jims? No, we are not. We are talking about Elio's Pizza. Yeah, they just no lines. At all. Where the hell was Nick yesterday while I was live on YouTube? Slim Jims are never appropriate. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever actually had a Slim Jim in my life. Isn't that weird? I don't think I've actually eaten a Slim Jim. I don't think I've ever snapped into one. Too spicy, probably, yeah, maybe. But even like as a kid, I don't think I ever had one. I remember me and Dieter Shapinski walked down to the Krausers in the Junction in Belford. And it was very hot, middle of the summer. It was like 1,000 degrees out. And of course, we're wearing blue jeans and our concert t-shirts. I believe I was wearing probably a Van Halen or an Ozzy Osbourne concert t-shirt. And we decided for some reason, I bought the bag of powdered donuts. The ones that you buy in like the 7-Eleven type of thing. Krausers was like that. And a gallon of chocolate milk. And it's like, I don't know, maybe 3 miles from the Junction to my house. Maybe 4. And me and Dieter walked in this sweltering heat wearing jeans and black t-shirts. And I believe Dieter bought a Slim Jim that time. But I know he also bought donuts, and he bought a giant thing of regular milk. Like a gallon of regular milk, and I'm walking around with a gallon of chocolate milk. You can see where this is going, right? I eat all the donuts. I drink probably about half a gallon of chocolate milk. I remember getting to the top of my street and then just stopping and being like, uh-oh. And then I puked all those mini donuts, powder all over me, all that chocolate milk. Oh, it was just disgusting. Then I had to drag myself down the block home. I got puke all over me. I got powdered sugar all over me. I got Dieter laughing his ass off. That might have been the last time I ever walked 3 miles in the heat, eating powdered donuts and drinking a gallon of chocolate milk. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember my brother was home. He was like, "Did you puke in the chocolate milk?" I'm like, "No." "Can I have the chocolate milk?" "Yeah," and I gave him the chocolate milk. He did not puke. Walked uphill both ways. No, I'm not that old. I wish I had a friend named Dieter when I grew up, right? Dieter Shapinski. Dieter Shapinski. He was adopted. That's why his father, also Dieter, was of German descent. Dieter didn't know what he was. He worked for Ripping Corpse as a roadie. Then he went to Dim Mak when they became Dim Mak. And then he started working with, when Eric Rattan went to Morbid Angel, he started working with Morbid Angel. And he was their merch guy for many, many years. And he worked with a lot of big bands. I think he moved down to Tampa and he worked with a lot of the death metal bands down here. And then he, I believe he saved all of his money and he retired to Hawaii or something. He's a year or two younger than me. Have you written a character named Dieter? That is an excellent question, Mr. Frank, and I will tell you, yes, a German character named Dieter in the Lost Nazi Gold Train that just got released a few days ago. There's actually a Dieter in that. I don't believe his last name is Shapinski, because that's... I don't even know if I wouldn't even know how to spell that. But yes, there is a Dieter in that book. Excellent question. Based on Dieter Shapinski. The name just flows, right? It's one of those names where you get to just say the whole name. So did anyone see Bon Jovi this past week? Yeah, he was at my graduation. Nacho Train. No, it's the Nazis, not the... What's up, Sean Cole? So yesterday I was on YouTube Live. First time. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to jump on here. I'm going to do some writing. I'm going to test this thing. Wrote a lot of words. Ended up writing over 2,000 words yesterday. Over 1,000 of them while I was on YouTube Live. And I think this coming weekend, I think Saturday and Sunday, I will probably go on both days if I can, because my wife will be in Boston at a work thing. Juan Bon Jovi, exactly that guy. That's the brother who just washes dishes. I caught your reply on YouTube yesterday. Very cool. I'll try to catch the next live stream if you're on next weekend. I should be on Saturday and Sunday sometime in the afternoon. I'm not sure when. Just depends on when I can get around to it. Oh, I caught your replay. Well, you're one of the 9, actually one of the 6 people besides the 3 that were on live. So I appreciate you watching. Nice! Yesterday, my wife went over to see her mom and spent most of the day over there. After we went to Waffle House in the morning, and and then last night I'm like watching baseball. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch baseball anymore. Not today. And then boom, what was on? Jaws. You know what? Everyone else is watching it this weekend. Let me watch it. I was like, I'll watch a little bit. I'll watch all the way to the end. All right, you know what time it is, boys and girls. Talk amongst yourselves. I had to go poopy butt. Ah, as the young kids say. Whew. What did I miss? Oh, Sean leading the conversation. Nice. So what are you guys writing right now? Frank? Nick? Dave is running this out. Running the third book in a series about a guy who finds himself in a world of darkness trying to find his way home. Oh, it's like Snoopy Come Home? You, Sean? It was decided this weekend the next thing I should write be hot pepper horror. Racing to finish book 1 in a comedy crime series should be done this week. Comedy crime like Cops and Robertsons. Mr. Frank, what is hot pepper horror? Kind of like Stephanie Plum asks if you've ever read anything by Janet Ivanovic. More like Benji the Hunted. That's a good one. It was cool when the tsunami washed past the camera after the first turd dropped. Ooh. Holy crap, I think I gotta go again. I should be drinking any more of this coffee, but I like coffee. Ooh. Don't eat a lot of food, guys. This is what happens. Chile pepper. Going again. Going back in. Jesus. Whew. That one hit me quick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bubble Guts is right. Rose Genovano had comedic elements. It does. It kind of based Dirty Deeds on some of the comedic timing stuff. In fact, when the I'm going to take over this conversation. When Dirty Deeds was picked up for a Kindle Scout contract, they said they promoted it as Janet Ivanovic meets Carl Heisen. Can't pick two better people than that, two better authors than that to sell books. And I've sold a lot of books. If you would have just put lines in the yellow slices, yeah, no, I should have cut them in ahead of time. I'll know for next time. Nick, oh yes, plenty. Mr. Frank, why was the Ron Jovi the graduation? Really should read her. I never have. I've never read her either. I've read pieces of stuff. I've read Jenna Ivanovic's writing book, which is entertaining. I think it's also, I'm drinking this Andes mint chocolate coffee. That might also not. I graduated at Sayreville High School, 1980. Woo! Class of 80! 31 books in the Steady Plum series. Buckle up. Yeah, Shelley's read 20-something of them. I don't think she's read the last 4 or 5. That's probably her favorite series. Frank says he also donated a crap ton of audio recording equipment and such to the Performing Arts Center and had the U School Theater named after him earlier this past school year. Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe his tour bus broke down outside. In one of the books, Plum Spooky, there's a monkey named Carl who gives everybody the finger. Andy Gibb's mint chocolate. I wish that would probably be delicious, right? If Andy Gibb had his own milk chocolate. Mint chocolate, something chocolate. I don't know. Whew. His stomach is just crazy. Ugh. Burping shit up. Should have taken a pill, right? Amelia, that's what gave me the idea to have the goat named Karma who wanders around the main character's office causing chaos. There you go. not going to get a lot of writing in today. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't feel like it. Did Bon Jovi tell the class they were halfway there? I see what you did there. He went heavy on the "Who Says You Can't Go Home" references. I heard he spent nearly an hour dissecting the lyrics to Tokyo Road. Whew. Yeah, so this coming weekend, my wife gets in a gets on a plane. I think on Saturday, maybe Saturday morning. Goes to Boston for several days. Leave me home to fend for myself like an animal. Bon Jovi trivia, people. The Bon Jovi song "Just Older." I don't even know what song that is. What's that, from the last 30 years? Garbage. There's a line that goes, "Hey man, you take care, and if you see Coach T, tell him I've cut my hair." Coach T is an actual gym coach at Sayreville High, and he's still there. And John cut his hair. I bet the coach was so fucking happy. His gym coach wasn't Leonard Skinner. Sean says, Twitch is weird. For what seems like forever, I stopped getting notification emails of you going live. And today I suddenly again get a notification. Yeah, I don't get any notifications for anybody anymore. It's really just freaking odd. So I guess John finally got to tell Coach T for himself. Yeah, I guess so. And he did call all the dirtbags long hair when I was there. He's like, "You'll never be Dave the Snake." It's funny. I don't know who was famous that besides me that graduated. I'm gonna look that up. Middletown North. Famous alumni. Still the Lions. Apparently there was a teacher strike, a random drug notable alumni. Eugene J. Bedell, a politician who served in the New Jersey General Assembly. He was a class of 46. I wasn't there then. Shalik Calhoun. Oh, yeah, I remember that. 2011 defensive end for the Oakland Raiders. Dean Ellahalt, head coach of the Monmouth Hawks baseball team. Tom Hanson, class of 27, played for the Eagles. Ed Jones, not Ed Too Tall Jones, though. Class of 70, played for the Edmonton Eskimos, the Canadian Football League. John Monefusco, played for the Yankees. I remember John Monefusco. This is probably the most famous. Steven Van Zandt, class of 68, musician and actor, best known as a member of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. And Claudia Vasquez, footballer who has played as forward and midfielder for the Puerto Rico women's national football team. I'm not in here for some reason. I should be. You're right. I think I'm more famous than Little Steven. There you go. Famous people. Sean says, the contrast, YouTube is rock solid when not enough people going live, so who knows? I don't get any of those messages either, and I'm following a couple hundred people. Gotta be a few names. M. Bop. Oh, not that Hanson. Edmonton, boo. Freaking Canadians. That list is very incomplete because it doesn't have my name on it. I got an E Street Band member. Yeah. Arguably one of the best E Street Band members. If you're not there, then what is the point? And that's what I'm saying. But now that's Wikipedia, so Wikipedia hates me. I remember years ago, a bunch of people added me to Wikipedia, and then they did everything you needed, citations, all the other stuff, and then like 2 days later, they said, yeah, they took you down. Take me down to Tokyo Road. That's part of the John Bon Jovi speech he gave the other night. Classic. Did Little Stevie run off stage during Fifth Avenue Freeze out to take a crap? I would imagine, Springsteen's playing 3 to 5 hours a night. I would imagine that guys are in and out like, all right, you know what? Especially once they started going wireless with like their guitars and shit. I'm gonna go take a shit. I'll still be playing. Tell me what song we're playing, and I'll just be in there jamming. I got my headphones. I'll just listen, and I'll just play the guitar solo from the Crapper. Oof. Burping up that pizza. Definitely taking the afternoon off, though. Definitely. I saw the Minecraft movie. It was bonkers. I saw the commercials on Hulu or something now. I know so little about the game. Are you crazy? Yeah, did you get on your girlfriend's shoulders and throw popcorn? Because that's what you're supposed to be doing. She's supposed to be the chicken, and you're supposed to be the zombie kid. I turned on my Minecraft on Sunday, even though I swore I wasn't going to play ever again because they killed all of my villagers. I watched Jay play it and you, but that's it. And then, lo and behold, there's a farmer just walking around, tending the crops. And I was like, I thought everybody was dead. So I built some more iron golems. I got back up to 12 iron golems. And I made like 30 beds. Like I just went around and just took the wool off of the sheep in the wild until I couldn't carry any more wool, and then I just made like 30 beds, and then I started putting buildings together, and then so I did that Sunday. And now I have like 4 villagers, and I don't know if they're the same, some of the villagers that were just hiding somewhere, or if I have new villagers, but I think they make new villagers, they make kids. So I'm not sure. But so now I'm back into, I didn't play yesterday, I haven't played today, but I'm sure at some point I will. Maybe this afternoon I'll play. Just can't help it. Every time you think they've gotten away, they play. But yeah, they're like, you know what? Let's just give him a farmer, because then he'll come back. I've never played Minecraft, but your stories are hilarious. So if I throw bread at people, then lock them in a room, they make new villagers. Yes, but the room has to have 2 blocks overhead, 2 blocks of space overhead, and you have to have two beds in the room. And then they'll make little ones. Is one villager an Indian, one a cop, maybe a controller? I wish. I saw 2 pandas make a baby panda in the movie. Yes. We don't know how they make a thing, but like if you in a very white city, like each animal has a certain, like chickens, if you give them seeds, then the 2 chickens will stick their faces into each other, and then you have a little baby chicken. Or like if you give wheat to the sheep that are near each other, then they will make a little baby sheep, etc., etc., etc. But in the previous game I played, I had a corral, very large area, 2 very large areas, and I lured just 2 chickens in, and then locked them in, and then fed them, and then I made a third, and then a couple of days later in the game, I fed those 3, and then they made 6, and it just keeps going. I also had sheep, and then I had a white sheep, a gray sheep, and a black sheep. I named the black sheep Nick Zinn. But then once I got a second one on each, then I started making, and then I just had tons and tons of beds I was making. I saw 2 people practice making a baby in a movie once. Well, more than once, like twice. I think I saw a movie like that twice. I think maybe. I watched on Saturday or Sunday. I watched from, I don't know, Written Word Media or one of those. They had a free hour-long thing about building up your YouTube. And I learned nothing from it. I learned that you're supposed to, he's like, you only post once a week. On a set day and a set time. He's like, I do whatever. He's like, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I post a new video. and I record 3 and 4 and 5 videos, and I got like, for like the next 6 months, I have videos that are all unlisted, and then I go in and I just pick one and throw it up there. You don't have to have a daily, you don't have to have 100 million videos, blah, 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 blah. And then it just, oh, how do you just suddenly hit 1,000 subscribers or more? Oh, it's magic. Basically, it just happens. It just, you gotta just have to have really, really good content, and then people will find you. Like, well, that really doesn't help at all. Like, that literally does not help at all. Oh, so it just magically will happen. Oh, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that, and then just, I don't know, hope for the best. That's your advice. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for that. Wear something with a plunging neckline. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I follow other people on there. I subscribe. Anybody who has less than 1,000 followers, I watch their video. I say something about the video. Oh, those are some. Oh, I loved Tenders of Flesh. That was one of my favorite books last year. And then I say, glad I found your channel. I've now subscribed. I hope you subscribe back. I figure it's not really subtle. It's, I did you a favor, you do me a favor, everybody's favored. And most of the people that have, like, I don't know, 200 followers, they don't follow me back. I'm still stuck at, like, I think I got 251 followers. I'm like, I did the other day, I did like 40 different, Saturday when I got home. I followed like 40 different people. 40! Counted them. I got one follower. And it might not even been from that group. So, I'm not giving up. TikTok, I'm pretty much giving up on. TikTok, one of the videos last week, this past week, like 4 or 5 days ago, I get a couple of comments on asking questions. But yet, on the phone in TikTok, it says I have 0 views on that coffee one. Follow back is so 2015. Apparently so. Apparently, I don't know how any. I'm guessing anybody under 1,000 followers is like, I don't want to make any money on this, and I don't want to get anybody else make any money on this. It's weird. I do watch some Canadian dude who goes to abandoned places, and he's been in the U.S. He comes down. He was in Florida. He's actually in like 3 or 4 places in Jacksonville. Doing his walking tours of abandoned buildings and stuff. I watch him. That's pretty cool. I commented on several of his posts. I don't think he fucking followed me back, although he has like 231,000 followers or something. Whew. Rant over. Anyway, what I'm saying is just follow me. Is it going to kill you? And sometimes I lose a follower and I'm like, you really went back in and unsubscribed? Like, just don't watch my video. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think you got to build up yours without mine getting you helping somebody else? All right, rant over. People suck. Right, rant over. I spent a good chunk of the weekend watching this guy, his 70-year-old dad, and his dad's little dog in a baby carriage go eat at Jersey dirt malls and farm markets and just dives. Hey, see, that sounds interesting. There's a bookstore here. There's actually 2, but there's the one, Chamblin's, not the downtown one, the other one. That when Alex from Iowa was here, we spent like 3 hours in that place, and he must have spent $300 in used books. That place is awesome, but people are always touring it because it just keeps going and going and going, and there's just books everywhere. So I watch all those videos. I've been in that place a lot. And then you were just visiting? I'm from Jackson. Great place, blah, blah, blah. They carry my books too. Hey, glad I found your channel. I subscribed. Hope you follow back. You don't follow back, assholes. But I'll spend half an hour or so this afternoon doing it again. Because of people. Yeah, picture someone tasting all the food booths at Englishtown Auction. That sounds like a good video. Whenever we would go to Englishtown, my dad would always send my mom up to one of the food. He will give me some monkey meat. It was just like, chicken on a stick. But he called it monkey meat. I don't know if it's actually called monkey meat. I don't know. My dad called it monkey meat. And now that I mention it, I gotta go see if he did one there. Yep, you do. Good stuff. Good, delicious food. My wife will be home tonight for dinner, which is nice. I don't often get her home. Tuesday she goes to her mother's all day and most of the night. Thursday after work she goes to her mother's for dinner and then stays most of the night. Saturday or Sunday, one of those days, she goes to her mother's. And then she spends all day and all night. Monkey meat, that's offensive to Mickey Dolenz. No, not monkey's meat, just a single monkey. After the Monday Mondo movement show, yeah. Pretty much. I'm probably going to go again, but I'll wait. I'll wait like another 3 minutes. That would be monkey meat. Oh yeah, I guess it would be. Sorry, Mickey. But, yeah. I was going to say something prophetic. No idea what that would be. I changed hats like 20 minutes ago. I thought I was going to go this whole thing and you weren't going to catch it. I did. I should have changed hats the first time around if I was thinking about it. You poop so hard your hat changed colors like a shirt from the 80s. I love those shirts. I love the shirts that when they got wet, they were like white, and then they changed like blue and orange, and so when you were all sweaty, you could see all the sweat changing the shirt color. Good times, you know what I'm saying? Hyper color. That's right, baby. I'm fucking hyper just thinking about it. I'm to that point where I've written so much in the last like month. I've had a fucking solid June of writing. And I took Saturday off from writing, but I'm just starting to get a little bit of burned out a little bit. With your Reebok pumps. Oh God, remember the Reebok pumps? Back in the 80s, I was still wearing my Chuck Taylors, Converse All-Star Chuck E. T high tops, all different colors. Because they were like, I don't know, there was like, what was that place? Like, I want to say TJ Maxx, but it wasn't. It was like something like that. And they had it for like $5 and $6 a pair. And I could wear a 10 and a half to 12 and a half or something, you know, like there was like 4 or 5 sizes, didn't matter. They all fit. They all fit the same. They all gave no support to my feet, which is probably why my feet are so bad now. And I'd walk everywhere in those damn things. I was excited because I had the pair of black with the white bottoms, but then I had the black with the black bottoms. Then I had the Batman ones. Then I had pink and red and green and yellow and blue and teal, and I think I had no lilac. I at one point, like the whole bottom of my closet was filled with those, and because they were so cheap. And then, no, I never had underoos. Never had underoos. We were too poor back in the day to have underoos. But then people would be out, like my mother would be out shopping, and she'd be like, uh, "Here, I bought you these," and they're like pastel colored. I'm like, "Oh, thanks," and I'm like, "These are for women," but I wear 'em. Whatever. What underoos did you have, Frank? I might have when I was very, very young, like 5 or 6 years old. I might have had. I don't know what. I wasn't very brand loyal back then. I was with my comic books. So from like 5 years old, I was reading comic books, and I was only reading Marvel. But I remember like Batman and Superman, Robin. Those were all the big ones. Like you would get. So I would imagine I probably had a Batman or Superman, maybe a Spider-Man. Who knows? I remember I had a New York Mets transistor radio that my grandfather bought me. I bought my brother a Yankees one, and it was a boy. It kind of reminded me of like Bob's Big Boy, with that face, and it was plastic, and then he had the knobs on the top, and it wouldn't really get in any radio stations. Well, hello there, happy writing, and hope that you're doing well. I am doing very well. Thank you for popping in. I'm just about done writing. I'm just like, talking about underoos. I just completed 160,000 fiction. Took me around a year, but screw it, I had fun. I'm just happy it's freaking done. Perfect. Oh, excuse me. Congratulations. Congratulations. I am now following you as well. Hope 2321. Hope 90210. I'm what's your book about, by the way? Oh heck yeah. Thank you. I'm writing a couple of different things. I'm writing Down and Dirty 6, which is the sixth and last book in this crime thriller series I'm working on. And then I was also working on a prequel to my Dying Day Zombie series. And then I'm also working on a noir private eye trilogy that I'm co-writing with another author. And then I have a crime thriller short story that I need to finish, but I think I hate when they do this. Like, oh, this is till June 30th we're closing this anthology, and then I think I read somewhere yesterday that they've closed it early. Like, I'm not even done with my damn story. Nice. Which is, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of annoying. So now it's like, I'll just finish the story, and then I'll just find another, I'll go on Duotrope and find somewhere else to send it. But it is kind of themed to a specific thing, so I don't even know if I even like the story, to be honest with you. So many problems. I ordered a bunch more of the Akashic books, noir books. 10 more. So now I'm down to, what is that? I have 20 more, and I'll have the whole series of 100 and I think it's 130 books, which is kind of neat. And then at some point, I'm going to be like, you know what? In the next 2 years, I'm going to read every one of these books and review them. Maybe. I'd say I would follow you when you pop on, but Twitch never gives me notifications of when anybody is actually on and writing, which really sucks. I don't get it. just don't get it. All right, I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe. I reckon I need to order more murder mystery books. I did a thing at the end where the aftermath is explained and the culprit is found out. Nice. It's always good when you finish a damn book. YouTube. Everybody follow me on YouTube. I need more followers on YouTube. So if you're watching this, follow me on YouTube. I also follow back. So if you're following me, I will follow you back, and I'm not one of these people that then unfollows you. I hate that. I need some recommendations for plant horror. We'll go on books of horror and post that, and then everybody will give you their books that they've written that have nothing to do with plant horror. With those noir books, do most stories actually fit the city, or is it more a passing around? No, it definitely, they are collated. A lot of them are, say, like Brooklyn, which I think there's 3 different. They'll have areas, specific areas in Brooklyn that several stories are written. And usually they'll have like a city map, and they'll break up the stories by a different area. So now there's some like Brooklyn or Manhattan or whatever, and then there's others like that are New York, and those are kind of everywhere outside of the 5 boroughs kind of thing. Already read Night of the Triffids. Good movie too. That was a good movie. Did you ever see the movie? Good movie. I may love talking about writing, but I love the content creators who are in their journey. My brain is just blew off, so apologies for typos. Not a problem at all. All of these Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm on Twitch Live, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then these all go to my YouTube channel. And then I also do a bunch of other videos. I do at least another couple videos every day over there, which I was told not to do 1 a week, but I don't care. I want content. I have over 700 posts over there right now. So follow me, everybody, on YouTube. The Milwaukee one was half about the city, and the other half could have been anywhere, like a character came from Milwaukee. Well, see, for these books, the thing is, it's all different editors, and it's all different people setting these up. So some of those are very, very specific, and I've read, I think, 5 or 6 of them, so I haven't read all of them, you know. But they I think I read the Milwaukee one. Maybe I didn't. But it all really depends on who the editor is and what the parameters are for them pulling in, which they'll usually do a intro in the beginning of how they got these ones kind of thing. So, who can say? Figures you'd read the Milwaukee one. I read like the Atlanta one when I was going to Atlanta. I read the New Jersey one, obviously. I think I read Mississippi because we were going to Mississippi. I think I read the Louisiana one because we were going to New Orleans, or maybe it was a New Orleans one. I don't know. I know I read like, say, 5 of them. I read the Philadelphia one because we were going to Philadelphia. I was like, oh, let me just read these. And I've ordered extras, like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 of them. I kept ordering doubles because I didn't have them in order. And I was like, oh, I don't have this one. And I would order it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do. So I gave them I gave like 10 of them to Tom. And then there was a guy who passed away, a crime thriller author that passed away recently. And he's like, Tom's like, do you have the Dublin Noir one? I'm like, yeah. Like, here, you can borrow it. And to read that guy's story. Which is interesting. I will not be back on tomorrow. I mean, I can say I'll be on tomorrow. I probably will not be. Now, tomorrow, what I might do, just everybody keep this in mind, if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, tomorrow night, my wife will be over at her mom's having dinner. So maybe A little later on tomorrow night, I'm going to go live on YouTube again and get some writing in. So look for that. And it's not a definite. I don't know what kind of mood I'm going to be in tomorrow. But that will be where I will be tomorrow. Then Wednesday I will be right back here, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll get some more. We'll get some more writing in. Hopefully more than I did today. But appreciate it hanging out and talking to everybody. Appreciate you all popping in. Appreciate the new people. Appreciate the old people. Appreciate the village people. Appreciate everyone who's out there playing Minecraft. All right. I will talk to everybody later. I'm going to say it one more time. Follow me on YouTube.